If you can help people solve problems that are, difficult for them and relatively easy for you, well, frankly, a lot of them will resent you for it to never do a thing to reciprocate. But if you help the right people solve problems, they'll be delighted and they'll remember, oh, that guy was very useful. He helped me with that thing. Maybe I should be mindful to try to help him with something someday. That's a pretty simplified but on-point model. What do you think?
Yeah, and in order to solve problems, you need an underlying set of skills and or knowledge in order to solve that problem. So you can't solve problems if you don't have the technology to do so, whether it's a question about investing, whether it's a question about jiu-jitsu, whether it's a question about planes or cars or whatever, whatever it is. If you want to be valuable, you have to have some set of skills to do that. If you just know nothing about anything, then you can't help anybody with anything. So you need an underlying skill set. The easiest way to acquire underlying skill set is to do something that is both useful and one that you enjoy. Because the number one, the thing that hinders progress the most is boredom. If you're bored doing something, or if you just hate your job, you don't care about it, you don't progress. But if you love something and you're constantly asking questions, constantly looking for what's next, it's much easier to acquire a skill set and build skills into a domain if you actually enjoy what you're doing. So helping people always comes from having an underlying skill set, and the best way to acquire that quickly, because time is always the X factor, will be to do something that you actually enjoy doing and is useful to society.
I haven't thought of a better model than that. That seems extraordinarily accurate to me. So if you're missing one of those two things, say it differently. If you had both of those things, if you had high-level knowledge and high-level work ethic, would you not have a high-level result? If you had the best knowledge in the world in some niche and the best work ethic in the world in that niche, would you not be the best person in the world in that niche? I think these are logical facts, like we could draw some Venn diagrams and everything lines up, So no, do you want to pay the price to try to compete? Do you have the best knowledge in the world? Is it realistic that you're going to have the best work ethic in the world? For most people, obviously, no. There can only be one person that's in the best in the world at a particular thing, So is that a realistic goal, or even if it is it a price that you want to pay for that one thing? Is there something that you value so highly that you're going to say no to everything so you can say yes to that? Because that's kind of the price you have to pay to be best in the world at something. How many times do you have to say no to cool? Because, hey, I'm in training camp perpetually.
Like literally every day.
Yeah. How many times is a family member disappointed or because something was important to them and you didn't come?
Like every holiday plus some other events that just showed up.
How relatable is it to like a woman? You can only date like a niche type of woman who's like, can understand and accept that person's crazy, but that crazy person's going to be very successful. But an average girl can't understand that. A normal girl can't understand that. So this is not a bad thing. There's no problem, by the way. But a girl who's you can only date girls who are also ambitious. Their brain works well. They're ambitious, and they understand. That guy's half crazy, but he's going to have excellent results in life because nobody's crazy enough to work harder and be more obsessed about a topic than that person. So, but that again is the type of girl that's going to be like. She herself has to be intelligent, ambitious, nurturing, supportive, understanding that you're going to be busy with a lot of other things. So there's no problem there. It's not even that it's a high quality problem. There's no problem there, but you're going to be less compatible with, you're not going to be compatible with the general public. But you're also going to be in a position like, why would you ever want a normal girl when you would have it'd be well above average, high quality girls that would be compatible with you. Like, but an average girl would not be compatible. She's gonna say stupid to you. Like, well, you already have so much. Well, nothing's ever enough for you. Nothing's ever good enough for you. You already have so much. I don't see why you have to keep doing that. You already won the thing 3 times. You need to win it 4 times. You're like, no, I need to win it all the times. I need to win it all the times. So if everything was perfect and amazing, would you settle for 7 titles?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Would you settle for 10?
No. As long as you can
Nothing's
do it,
ever good enough, Gordon. Nothing's ever good enough.
I think it was Charlie Munger said, how much, people always ask me how much money is enough money, and I say just $1 more.
Just $1 more.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.